Hello everyone, all my excellencies. How are you all doing today? Hope you're all doing good. Sammy, today we're going to look at the fill handle. The fill handle in Excel. Now what is the fill handle? The fill handle is a small dot at the bottom right of the active cell. The fill handle is that small dot at the bottom right of the active cell. It's also visible in a selection. So if I make a selection, the fill handle is also visible in the selection. And I select the range of cells. Now, fill handle, as its name implies, is used to fill cells with data found in a cell. So there has to be something in that cell that Excel will feed on to produce other information. So depending on the content of the first cell, Excel will fill the cells with different information. To use the fill handle, you need to be in a non-blank cell. To use the fill handle, you need to be in a non-blank cell. And when we position the mouse pointer over the fill handle, it turns into a small black plus. So that's how we know we are on the fill handle, so that we don't make mistakes and do something else. So when I'm within my worksheet, in any cell, you see I have this white plus. And I place my mouse pointer on the border of either an active cell or a selection. I have this four-way arrow, but when I place my mouse pointer on the fill handle, it turns into this small black plus. Now let's see how to use the fill handle to produce different results. How to use the fill handle to produce different results. First up, I want to look at the first example. If the entry is a month, say January, either written in full or abbreviated Jan. A series of all the months produced. So let's say, for example, I type January here, come to my fill handle, I drag. Now you notice as I drag, you notice a screen tip there showing me where I am at any point while I'm dragging. So that's like a guide, a reference, so that I will know where I am, where I'm at, that I can use that as a reference. If I want to stop at any point, if I move down, March, April, May, June, then down, let's just fill it down to December, October, November, December. If I want to go, it starts all over again. So it just fills it down for us. Like so. So that is one result we can actually use the fill handle to produce. So whether I write it in full or if I type it abbreviated, Excel will still fill it for me. This time around, it's going to fill it in abbreviated form. Like so. That is it. So you can actually start with any month. If I start with April, it's going to continue May, June, July, August, and continue filling it that way. The next point, if the entry is the day of the week, either written in full or abbreviated, a series of all the days of the week will be produced. So in similar fashion, as I type January, I make it Monday or any other day of the week. I use my fill handle, click, drag down, it fills the series and produces every other day of the week. Either I write it in full or abbreviated. So I make type 1. I have to make sure it is correct. But Excel will to recognize it, otherwise it will garbage in, garbage out, like we all say. So 1, like so. So we can also actually start any day of the week, and Excel continues filling it in that order. The next point, Excel will keep the capitalization of the first entry when completing the series. Okay, Excel keeps capitalization of the first entry and completing the series. So let's say, for example, I type Monday, all caps, that way. Sorry, Monday. Excel maintains capitalization while filling the series. Okay. Or if I decide to type it like this, Monday, so first letter capitalized, so continues filling it in that order. Or if I make it all lowercase, so maintains that order while filling in the series. Next point there, if the entry is a number, dragging the fill handle will duplicate this number. Let's say I want to fill in 10 or whatever number. Just want to duplicate that number. I don't have to type 10 and then just fill it. Type 10, use my fill handle, drag, that duplicates that number across the cells I drag it down to. The next point now, quite interesting one. If the entry is a number, holding the control key while dragging the fill handle will increase the number by 1. Let's say, for example, I want to make a list. 1, 2, 3. I don't have to type 1, 2, 3 to 10 or whatever number. Just type 1. And then hold on my control key. This time around, go to my fill handle. Now you notice while I'm holding down the control key, I see a small plus just on top of that plus on my fill handle. I will use it to see it goes. Okay, small plus on top of this small plus. Quite funny. Now click and hold down. Then I produce that result in the series 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's what I want. Like so. Quite interesting. Next point, create a series that increases by a value other than 1. Add the first 2 numbers and select them and drag fill handle to create the series. Okay, so let's say this time around I want 2 and then 4. So you can see this time around it's increasing. I want it to increase by a value other than 1. In the first instance, just type 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's increasing by 1. If I want 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in that order, what I do, type the first 2. Okay, I select those 2, then I use my fill handle to fill. So what happens in essence is Excel calculates the difference between the 2 values and uses that difference to populate the series. So 2, 4, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and so on and so forth, going down that way. The next point now, if the entry is a word ending with a number, for instance, Act 1 or invoice 005, Excel will continue the series, increasing the value by 1. So let's say I want something like this, Act 1 or whatever. I want to type, I want to produce while working in Excel. Act 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need to just type in Act 1, just type Act 1, then go to my fill handle and fill it in like so. I can also have invoice 005 or something like that, for example. Okay, Now I come to handle to increase the stats by 1. Quite interesting. Huh? Now the next point, to increase a text entry ending with a number by a value other than 1. Supply the first 2 entries, highlight them, and drag the fill handle. So this time around, I want row 1. Okay, the first instance is increasing by value, it's just increasing by 1. And this instance, if I want to increase the series by a value other than 1, just like how we did in this instance where I had 2, 4, 6, 10, something similar. So just type row 1 and then row 3. Okay, supply the first 2, select them, then I fill it down. Fill handle is quite interesting, huh? Next point, to have one or more blank cells between each new entry created by the fill handle. Separate the first 2 entries by 1 or more spaces. Select the 2 values and select the same number of blank cells after the second value as they are between the 2 values. Let's just break that down. Let's say I want to produce something like this, 2, then let's say 1 blank space or 2 between them. Okay, so assume it's 1 blank space. Leave here now. So I select 2, select the blank space under it, select 4, the blank space under it also. And I use that to fill my series. In Excel just replicates that order for me. Replicates it in that order. This is quite interesting. Now let's see something else. If I want to have, say, something like first goal, for example, so I have first goal. Now this is a number dealing with a word. In the first instance, we saw a word dealing with a number. So you can also have this situation whereby I want a number ending with a word. So you can also do that on the fill handle, and Excel fill handle continues it for me that way. Now let's look at this one. It's even quite interesting. This is even more interesting. So say I type this first quarter, okay, quarter 1. You're familiar with first quarters, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter of the year. Okay, so if I type quarter 1 and I fill it down, it's not fill handle. Let's see what happens now. Excel is smart enough to recognize what we're trying to do, and then it tries to continue it that way for us. So we'll see first, second, third, fourth. Then it starts first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Then it continues filling it in, reading down the series that way. Okay, just complete it there, just for uniformity's sake. So down to fourth. So that is that. So these are a few things we can do while working with the fill handle. See, different things we can use the fill handle to produce. So these are the different results. How to use the fill handle to produce different results. You can see you can actually use this to cut down a lot of time, save ourselves stress and time while working in Excel. That's why we use Excel in the first place anyway. It helps us, get the job done, get our jobs done quite easily and quickly. So makes us efficient. That's how we have to be that's why we need to be in the know. So this is a fill handle for us. Don't forget to engage me in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe.